Hey guys, Wild Willie here. I want to do something different on this video. I think maybe I'm going to do a small series on it, call it the Prepper's Cupboard or something. I want to go over every week about something to do with food or prepping or something small that maybe not known to a lot of people. So I'm going to cover a couple things today, but before I do that, I want to just not so much to send a shout out, but let everyone know there's a YouTube channel out there. The individual's name, I don't know her real name, but her name she goes by on YouTube is Cat's Cradle. It's KRATZ CRADUL, all one word, and my favorite channel for sure. She goes over stuff with food prepping, long-term, short-term, canning, good things to store, not to store. Very informative, very well spoken. Throws little bits of news flash and tidbits in there that might be a concern to the prepper community. Really excellent channel. I really recommend going on there and checking it out and subscribe because you won't be disappointed. Very smart, very articulate, very informed individual. So please check her out. But what I want to talk about today is 3 things that I carry in my supplies or have in the long-term storage that you may or may not use or have or not have, and I'm going to recommend them. First thing I'm going to touch on is this. Everyone knows what this is without seeing the label. Honey. Honey is one of the first things when I started prepping I had in my storage. Honey has so many uses. It's been around for medicinal uses since the Egyptian time. The early Egyptians used to use honey as offering to the gods and also to treat different ailments. Honey is it's insane and it's really good for you. There's a ton of different kinds of honey. There's more than we're going to go into or I'm going to go into today. Honey, it all depends on local honeys anyways, where the bees are getting their pollen from and where the fruit and whatnot and the flowers. I mean, there's so many different types of honey. Here in the Niagara region, I mean, we've got such a wider range of honey producers and growers, fruit and vegetable growers. You can get pumpkin honey, you can get honey that, from the peaches. There's so many different kinds of honey, buckwheat honey, clover honey. From what I read and understand, the darker the honey, the more antibacterial and properties it does have. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know, but honey, and the price of honey is starting to go up a little bit due to this bad, the last summer we had, things weren't too good in the weather-wise. Bees didn't produce as much honey, so honey prices are a little bit on the rise, so if you can see it go on sale somewhere really cheap, I recommend stocking up. Honey does have a best before date, but as long as you keep your honey in a cool, dry place, you should have no problem lasting past the expiration date. Some of the things I wrote down, because there's so many to go over that for honey, jotted down a few. Honey's got, like I said, it's got a lot of antibacterial properties, and it's got a lot of anti-inflammatory properties. It's been proven to use on wound care, to help get rid of pus, to help speed healing up on wounds. Cough suppression. Helps reduce cough. You put honey in, in your tea or just, a little on a spoon. It'll help with cough. It has been proven to prevent growth and dampening the growth and hampers the growth of pathogens like E. coli and Salmonella. Not that it's been proven to work in the human body, but in open air concepts like doctor's office and hospitals and stuff like that. It's great for parasites. If you take honey, equal parts honey, vinegar, and water, mix it up and drink it. You can get rid of parasites that are in your intestinal tract or in your stomach. It works as a great antacid. It helps relieve upset stomach. It also helps in keeping regular. A couple spoonfuls of honey will help get rid of constipation. It settles the stomach great. It helps fighting yeast infections. Yeast infection. If a woman has a yeast infection, can rub honey on there, and supposedly it helps kill that. It also kills certain strains of bacteria that are resistant to drugs. Different ones that can end up in the intestinal tract and in the stomach. Honey also, of course, you buy it in hair care products now. You buy it in soap. It's excellent for the skin. It's excellent for the hair. There's all kinds. Really go online and check out the uses of honey. There's so many, and this is one of the things I carry a lot of. It's also a good barter and trade item, I guess, if you had to. But I really recommend stockpiling up a little bit of honey. And on top of all that, it tastes good and it's a great energy booster. If you're really in the need, the sugar's low, you need a quick fix, boom. This is something you might want to look at, but I really recommend stockpiling up on honey. It's got a lot of great uses. Check them out online. The other one, no-brainer, baking soda. Baking soda, I don't even know. I stopped counting at like 100 different uses for baking soda. It's just insane the amount you can use it for. Everyone puts it in their fridge to eliminate odors, or sprinkles it in their carpet to eliminate odors. But I mean, it's got so many properties. It's an antacid. If you've got heartburn or an upset stomach, mix that up in water and drink it down. It settles your stomach. Eye infection. Anytime I ever had a sty or a bad eye infection, on a hot, wet, damp cloth, mix the water up with baking soda, dip it in a face cloth, put it on your eye, I guarantee the next morning it'll be gone. Do that a few times the night before. In the morning, it cleans up an eye infection good. Of course, a deodorant for not only odors around the house, but on your body too. You can wash with baking soda. Put it under your arms, rub some under your arms to relieve odors. On your hands, if you've been working with game or fish or onions or something like that, get some baking soda, rub it all over your hands. It'll help get rid of the odors that way. If you put it in a baby's bath water a little bit, mix a little bit in there, it helps relieve diaper rash. You can brush your teeth with it. We all know you can buy toothpaste with baking soda in it. You can use it for that. It helps relieve canker sores if you got the pain from canker sores in your mouth. Put a little bit of baking soda on that. Bee stings, it'll help make a paste and put it on a sting or a bite. It helps infect that. I believe too it works on jellyfish stings too, the venom of the jellyfish. Not that I'm in my area, I got to worry about that. Helps put out grease fires. If you have a grease fire, sprinkle some baking soda on it. There's just so many uses for baking soda too. Like I said, check it out online. You won't be disappointed. This is one thing you should have in your kit too, downstairs or tucked away as a, 77 cents I think I paid for this, or 66 cents. This is something that's very invaluable and it has a lot of different uses you should really consider hanging on to. The last one real quick I want to go over. I was thinking the other day about long-term food storage and stuff like that for canned veggies and all that other. I want to eat well. I don't want to live off those ramen or ramen noodles if I had to for a week or two. I want to be able to eat well. One of the things, winter's coming, so I got no garden. I don't do a lot of canning yet. I'm going to get into the canning side of things, but right now I was looking at fresh greenery. Lots of canned stuff, that's fine. What I did is I went to like a health food store type thing, and sprouting. You may or may not see these. They're little sprout seeds. This one here is, it's got broccoli, canola, and radish sprouts. This one here is alfalfa sprouts, and this one is a mixture of a whole whack of different stuff. And it really doesn't take nothing. It's wetting a piece of cheesecloth, sprinkling these things on, putting them over like a little bowl or something like that, tie off the cheesecloth with an elastic over the top, and just keep on watering these things. In a few days they'll sprout out enough to eat. I mean, is it going to be enough to give you all your nutrients and everything you need? Maybe, maybe not, depending how much you're going to go. But it's just another fresh source of greenery with vitamins and everything else you can do on the fly over a short period of time when the fresh garden isn't available or you're tired of eating the canned stuff. So that's just a couple things I found out, or I'm getting into anyways. So yeah, like I said before, check out the uses of honey online, check out the uses of baking soda online, check out Cat's Cradle, and definitely check out the sprouting side of things. It's very cheap and very inexpensive to do, and you won't be disappointed. Alright, so I'm Wild Willie, and I'm going to take off for now. Remember, it's not a question of if the shit hits a fan, it's a question of when, so be prepared.